from 77 onwards, we slowly built up our capital. But we didn't open out. So this is the difference. Vietnam in 1990 had less capital than us. They opened up, got foreign investment, and today, look at their financial capital available.
President Ranil Wickremesinghe on Wednesday emphasized the importance of capital, particularly financial and human, for driving growth. He noted that Sri Lanka's historical capital formation efforts had been disrupted over the years, leading to current financial struggles. Speaking at the 36th annual conference of the Organization of Professional Associations, the president pointed out that while the country had accumulated capital up to 2019, subsequent events such as the COVID-19 pandemic and economic downturn had led to a decline in financial strength.
Last year, when I met you, the situation was much gloomier. And many of you had a question mark over the future of Sri Lanka. But all of you cooperated in turning it around. So first, let me tell you, thank you. Our problem last year was we didn't look at our solutions. The practical actions we could take place. We are more distracted by the politics of it. And those who are out there agitating. I can understand people having pressure, but agitation doesn't give solutions. Agitation sometimes results in others' vested interests trying to take over agitation. And into this came a vacuum of leadership, a vacuum of political leadership. The government got stuck. And when the then Prime Minister, Mr. Mahinda Rajapaksa, had to resign, and the President decided to call the leader of the opposition, he just ran away. I think this is a Guinness record that has to go in. When is it that you are given a government and you run away? There were others who didn't want to take. When I was called, I didn't ask for it. When I was called, I had to think whether I should go into this business again, in virtual semi-retirement. But the country was in a crisis. I knew you could turn it around, stabilize it politically and economically. So despite all the criticisms, I accepted the job because I knew we could do it. And within a month or so, we got to grips with it. What was wrong? What had to be done? Unfortunately, political events overtook the economy, because they were frightened that the economy might turn around. The 2 days that we spent, I need not describe. But then there was a chance of turning the economy around even much faster. And I must thank everyone again in the political system who rallied around, not because they like me. I don't think there are very many who personally like me. But they knew the job had to be done and that we had to get down and do the job. Now, to go ahead, have we got the capital that is required? Remember, Sri Lanka was one of the first countries to join the commercial era. The whole of Colebrook-Cameron report was to do away with feudalism and open it up for commercial activity. And from 1840 onwards, we built up our capital. First the foreigners, then the Sri Lankans. But from 1970 onwards, all that was destroyed, done away with. Government took over, and the whole thing collapsed. When we came in 77, it couldn't be revived. The capital formation was broken, as you know. One reason for the big project of Mahaveli in 10 years was as the construction industry took off, as the big companies came in from outside, there were so many other opportunities for Sri Lankans. Subcontractors who are big contractors today, supplying of goods. So just imagine 10 years, we did the whole Mahaveli program that should have been done in 30 years. That gave you money. Building the new capital again gave money. Tourism. So we opened up that there will be new monies. And foreign investments came in with the free trade zone. So from 77 onwards, we slowly built up our capital. But we didn't open out. So this is the difference. Vietnam in 1990 had less capital than us. They opened up, got foreign investment, and today, look at their financial capital available. But we went slowly. We had a war. And then in 2021 and 2022, all that has gone. First hit by COVID, and most of you have incurred debts. And then by the collapse of the economy and bankruptcy.
Mr. Richard Gunasekara, President of the OBA.
For more latest news, subscribe to FTTV.